Hi, do you want to know more about why getting interrupted as an INTJ can turn us into a hot mess? Well, I'm Katrina and I'm glad to virtually meet you. I want to talk about that today, why being interrupted as an INTJ is crazy to us and how it affects us and what we can do to handle it. The reason behind this being an issue for an INTJ is because of our NI, introverted intuition, and our TE, extroverted thinking, are in our dominant spots, which means we're always up here in our head. Not always, I'm sorry. Mostly up here in our head. Very much going on there, very busy. I feel like it's a traffic jam at times. And then also you take that our inferior, our least developed of our cognitive stack is SE, which is extroverted sensing, and that means everything going on around us. It's the noise, it's the temperature, it's the feel of things, it's anything in our surroundings, our physical area, it's what's going on right now. And so we're up here in our head and we are going at a project and it is just taking up our mind, and or we're doing one of those, well, I wonder why this is that way, and looking into maybe social constructs or why people behave the certain way they do. And we have such a lack of awareness around our physical world that somebody interrupting us can literally send us into madness. I think I've put that 3 different ways now, but that's just so strong of a thing that is an issue. And we're deep in thought and we're working on the project, and all of a sudden somebody comes along, and I want to ask you, what do you do when someone interrupts you? What do you do when you interrupt yourself? What the heck does that mean, right? But how do you handle it? So I have some tips. One thing is, especially if you're working in an atmosphere with cubicles or an office and you have to have your back to other people, you're going to find that you're going to be jumpy and everyone's going to notice it, and it's really annoying. And one way to combat this, which will actually give you some peace, is to put a mirror up on the wall. As simple as that. I recently did it in my home office because I live with a ninja hunter and he makes no noise as he moves about the house. So he will walk up on me and it's awfully startling at times. So the mirror helps. When I worked in an office, I didn't have a mirror that would work, and somehow it would work that I put a CD on the top of my computer monitor, like the back of a CD, obviously, with no label on it, and it had a reflection enough that I would know if somebody was behind me. You could even go as far as to put up a sign. I'll be back whenever my brain is completely empty. We'll return when I find that you're not bothering me. Working on an invention, which who knows if it'll come to the light of day, but picture something like this. I blink 4 times and I have a laser light that comes out of the top of my head, which is an indication to everyone to leave me alone until that light is turned off, like an on-air sign, like on WKRP in Cincinnati. Those are physical things you can do. Then you can just be honest with people. Dude, when you sneak up on me like that, I swear I'm going to come out of my skin. I just need you to maybe knock on my cubicle or somehow make sure you're not just sneaking up right behind my chair and just standing over me and saying something, because who knows, I could have coffee in my hand and it could be all over you. So this is really in your own self-interest that you don't interrupt me. You don't know what the ramifications are going to be. And then that's just being honest, just talking with your people, your coworkers, your family members while you're working on something. And you can even just say, all right, you will get my full attention in 20 minutes. How's that sound? Then what happens is you're focused because you're like, okay, I have to get this done. Now I've told somebody I'm going to do something. I want to honor that. So I got to get cracking. All right, so you leave me alone. I'll get my stuff done. You will have my full attention. Everyone will be happier. Now on to my favorite tip of the day. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, I'm back. All right. No, that was an example of my favorite tip of the day. I used to do this. I would sit there, and especially just the end of the day, your head's heavy from all the work going on up there. And you put your head here and you rest your head and you're just doing like this. But I would have people come up to my office and they say, hey, I'm sorry, are you real busy right now? Do you have a minute? They would think, and I was like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, oh, you just look like you're concentrating. I thought, we can use this to our future reference self, that works. It's like people feel bad if they're going to come up on you. So I would do that. I still just do it. I mean, sometimes doesn't your neck hurt after working on everything? You just go like this, and it doesn't work so well on a computer, but you're working on something on paper, and so that's my favorite one. And you will be surprised at the reaction that you get from people, because they will just tiptoe around you like, hey, can I ask you a question real quick? I know you look really busy. It's great. So when you interrupt yourself, interrupt myself, okay, come on, we know you're working on a project. Something in that project, somewhere, something said on the radio in the background reminded you of something. And I had to do that just now, today, at lunch. I was making lunch, and I thought, oh, I should have a topic about my poor eating habits, because I don't think to eat, and then I'm so starved, I'm not going to keep going, because that's going to be a future topic. But I have to get it out of my head. I get it on a notebook page. I put it on an index card, and then I have a folder on my desk, out and available, that says content. And I threw that in there, and I was like, okay. Because you don't want to lose these ideas. You have valuable ideas. You don't want to lose them. Even if they're junk, in the long run, you didn't forget it. You wrote it down, and you were able to move on. But you got to keep those, And then it's a gem, because you open up the folder, and you're like, oh, that was a good idea. And then sometimes you laugh, because you're like, really? Refrigerator, trash can? I think you should just take your trash out to the curb instead of wanting to make your trash can cooler so your trash doesn't stink. Maybe just throw your bag away. Right now, I've been working on this a lot. I have a content folder so that it's available, just tossed in there. I can move back to my project. The world comes back to normal, refocus, and that helps me a lot. When it comes to others interrupting you, I would definitely not punch them, cuss at them, or try to karate chop them. I would try to learn to laugh about it as best you can. And that person maybe next time will be a little more gentle in approaching you. Or maybe they'll think it's funny, like my ninja hunter husband, who would love to get some of his scaring me on film. No. Wrap it up. I hope this information helped you. Did you find that it helped you? Do you have anything you'd like to share with me, ideas of how you've kept from being interrupted? And I would humbly ask for you to subscribe, and I'll see you in the comments. I would love to have a chat. And until we meet again, remember something that I tell myself. I'm just like everybody else, but no one else is just like me. Take care.